Hey guys, it's your girl Bougie Brie. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to be here with me. I love that shit. I'm doing a tag, baby. That's what we're doing today. This tag was created by, I want to get her name right, Angelica Lyremar. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I will link the original tag video below. But I saw this from my friend Monica from Matte Beauty. Picture of Monica, and I will link Monica's video below. And it is a, let me see, I don't know what it's actually called though, because when I screenshot this I missed the title, but it's 8 questions and it's about palettes, and so you know I had to do it. I'm very excited to do this one. It was fun to do. So okay, there's 8 questions, and I will try to remember to list the questions below, so if you want to do it, you know, you'll be able to. Number 1, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents me, color story wise, what would it be? Okay, so all my palettes are right here and they're falling. The one that I would pick that represents me the most is Subculture, for several reasons. One, the color story is amazing. It's grungy, it's different, it's eccentric, it's like rocks your socks. This palette set the world on fire. And I love that. And that in of itself is kind of reminiscent of the kind of person I am. I'm kind of like a I don't give a shit what you think person, and that's what this palette reminds me of. Plus, it's just really I'm really feeling like the vibes of it, the maroon and the mustard colors and the greens. And of all the palettes I have at this time like 890. I hit pan in 3 shades in this palette. That's a big deal for me. So that's the one I think that represents me the most. Number 2. If I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents me packaging-wise. Okay, this is like random, but when I was thinking about this is the palette that came to mind. This is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Encore eyeshadow palette. Now, the reason I picked this is because, you know, it's very luxe. If you can, you know, tell, it's got the gold and everything. It's heavy, it's got weight to it, but the outside is so funky and fun, and that kind of reminds me of me in the way that, like, I try to be. I think I'm sophisticated. I think I'm very, not sophisticated. I just think that I'm kind of trendy. I'm kind of like on my own terms, you know what I'm saying? I'm just different, but I'm still like super, like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like this is like me. Like, I would want this to be the way I would want my packaging to be. Something very luxe, but then fun on the outside. And then on the inside, it just has some basic shades. Really, really cute packaging. Love that one. Number 3, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents spring. Okay, this one was really easy. And I happened to be in this drawer when I was reading the prompts for it. And the one I picked is the ABH Norvina Volume 3. First of all, on the outside of the packaging has fucking butterflies on it. I mean, that if you can't get more spring than butterflies, right? But then you open it and you get these beautiful fucking colors. You have all these limes, these green, like reminds me of the grass. The orange reminds me of the sun. And the orange and the yellow reminds me of like a sunset. This kind of reminds me of a pool. Really, really cool. Like this one a lot. Okay, number 4. If I would pick an eyeshadow palette that represents happy, which one would it be? Monica said this, and I totally agree. Happy is represented usually by the color yellow, and that's immediately what I thought of. I thought of sun. I thought of, you know, a lot of times when during the winter I have like seasonal affect depression because of the cold and the dark and stuff. It kind of affects me, but when the sun comes out, it really helps me. And so I thought of the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. This I got this when it first launched. I think I got it from Beautylish, if I recall. And it has that yellow, it has the red, it has the orange, it has those bronzy colors that remind me of like a happy time. Whenever I use this palette, the looks are killer, and they do look very warm and inviting, and so that's why I thought about this one. Okay, number 5. If I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents the dark grungy side. Okay, this is funny because you probably would not think I have this. Who is that, guys? That is Vampira. I am not one that's into coffins and stuff, but I saw Monica, she picked Elvira, and I don't know what she picked it for, I can't remember, but like which prompt, but I have the Elvira, I have this one, I have another one. But this one represents the dark, grungy side from me. Excuse me. I'm not into this kind of stuff. Like Monica, my friend Matt from Matt Beauty, she loves like things that are like death and all that kind of stuff. That's my friend. But I'm not into that stuff. But Vampira is pimp, man. Like, look at her. Look how she's fucking pimp, dude. Come on, camera, give me some love. Give me some love, camera. I have a new camera and it's fucking ridiculous. But look at her. Like, look at her body. First of all, she's got that long ass hair, right? And she's got that bright red lipstick. Like, look, I'm here. She's got a beautiful figure. She's in a coffin. And then you open up and like the colors are so rich and dark and grungy. And this one, like these silvers, it's just a sick palette. It reminds me of dark and grungy. Vampires the shit. Okay, number 6. If I would pick an eyeshadow palette that reminds me, or that represents girly. This immediately came to mind. Oh my goodness. This is girly. This is girly as girly can get. This is the Tarte, what's it, Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. It's got stars on the outside. It's pink and purple. It's reflective. Look at that. It's reflective as hell. And then you open it up and it's like really, really girly shades. Pinks and purples and mauves. I mean, come on. That was easy. Number 7. If I would pick an eyeshadow palette that represents fun. Okay. I only bought this because of the shape of it. Like, I didn't give a shit about what was inside. This is the Doll Sweet Treats Peaches and Pop-Tarts. I've never used it. It sits behind me, back there. The other one I'm selling on Mercari, but this one I really like. Look at this. Look how fun. I mean, it's so fun. It has that heart. Like, that's fun, dude. Like, what? Am I the only one who thinks this is fucking cool? That's fun. I totally bought it. It's like $50 too. Don't ask. I don't understand. And the last one is, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette that in my collection that represents inspiration. Okay. I'm not one of those people that like gets inspired by makeup. Like, it's makeup people. Like, I don't get inspired by it. But I think this is inspirational in a different way. I think it's inspirational because it was created by a small creator with a indie brand, and it was impossible to get. And at that time, I didn't really know that it was a big deal to get it, and I just was on the website and I got it. And unfortunately, the brand has shifted into something different, and I don't really care to talk about. But this palette right here is outstanding. Fucking outstanding. This is the Paulina palette from Blush Tribe. It's inspirational in so many ways. First of all, the artwork is sick. Like, what? So beautiful. And then these colors are totally in my color wheel. Like, if you've ever been here, you have the pinks and purples and the green, that lime. And I want to show you guys. Oh, I did this video earlier and I messed up the sound, and so the swatches are still on there, but some of them are. I mean, and this is like a couple years old. That's my phone, if you can hear it. Those are all mattes. It's a beautiful palette. Now my hands are all dirty. This is beautiful. This is so inspirational in so many ways. And unfortunately, like I said, the brand has shifted. It's called Malali. I ordered a palette from them, and I was mortified. It took forever to get here, of course, because it came from the UK. But I didn't like it at all. It had hard pan in it when I opened it. It's not the same quality as my other Blush Tribe stuff. And I have one other palette, and the other one I have is the Fall Fusion, which was limited edition. So anyway, those are my picks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to Monica from Matt Beauty to pimping me on to this. I really like that. This was a really good one. Look for a creative tag from me. Maybe somebody else. Maybe I haven't done one with Monica. Maybe Monica will want to do one with me. I don't know. But I want to do one. I want to do one because they're fun. And that's all I pretty much do on my channel. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. Just remember, it gets different. It gets really fucking different. Hang on for the ride, guys. Help's on the way. Take care. Bye.